G'day and welcome back. It's been a long time since I've done a giveaway. I've noticed in a lot of the videos that the fly cutter's in, it seems to get a lot of attention in the comments. I'm going to make one, a 3-inch one that's like this, and give it away. Now there will be a slight change between this one and the one I give away. This has a 25mm shank. The one I make is going to have a 20mm shank. I think ER32 is more common in hobby workshops compared to ER40. So 20mm is the biggest you can go on the ER32, which ain't going to affect the performance of the fly cutter. The only other thing you'll have to do if you win the fly cutter is grab yourself a left hand 12mm square tool holder and some inserts. To enter the giveaway, I'm going to leave a code word somewhere in this video, and once you find the code word, when you leave a comment, put it in the comment section, the code word just somewhere in it, in your comment, and next week I'll do the draw and give it away. Now I'll probably make a 3D printed box for this to sit in, so when it goes into your cupboard or your drawers or whatever, it's got somewhere to be stored away. And yeah, all you got to be is a subscriber to the channel, like the video, and find the code word. The reason I want to give one of these away is I've had a few people comment that I'm doing something different and getting the finishes I'm getting to what other guys are doing. Well, I'm not doing anything different. Once you get your speeds and feeds dialed in, you can get the same finishes that I'm getting. There's no trickery to it. It just works. I'm willing to post it anywhere as long as the post will deliver to your place. Then if you win it, you'll get it. Yeah, and I do apologise if you guys have seen me make this fly cutter before. Well, you're going to see another one. So if you want to skip through it, go your hardest. Good luck, guys, and hope you enjoy the video. Now we'll square the end up and start turning the shank down to 20mm. Okay, the shank is going to be 30mm long. End up being 32, but 30mm to start with. Play with beads and beads a little bit. Couldn't help myself, I had to have a play with this for a bit. Makes it easy. So there's a shank down to size. Just got to face this bit off, chamfer it. Okay, so that radius in there isn't 100%, but which is what it is. Cleaned it up a little bit more. Going to turn this around now and hold it in the collet chuck. Okay, I'm going to try out this new collet nut. I've got one with a bearing in it this time. This will show a little bit of run out because that 3-jaw chuck I've got for this lathe isn't all that crash hot. So yeah, face this end off and just clean this edge up just enough till it cleans up. It'll be a fraction under 3 inch. Okay, I have roughly about 6 mil to come off that face. That'll polish up alright. Chamfer this back edge. Okay, over the mill and start cutting this thing to pieces. Okay, so I've got it in my square collet block and I've got to set it at 15 degrees. That's going to be close enough. Vice is tight, so we're probably going to use this 3/4 4-flute cutter. They're the sharp cutters. We'll have to call on the help of Trevor and his D-bit grinder. Okay, I've got to take this relatively easy because there's a fair bit of stick out of the vise and I don't really want it to go AWOL. So put you guys on a time lapse and I'll just keep gnawing away at it. It's a nice finish, eh? That was just a 5 thou depth to cut. Load up another cutter and start putting the groove in for the tool and the relief on this side over here. That's just found centre of the jaws, so it'll be the centre of this fly cutter. I'm going to go and find a nice sharp end mill now, and then I can offset half the diameter of the cutter, which will put me on the centre line, and start cutting. Well, here I was talking to the camera and didn't realise I was on time lapse. So what I've done is I found a 10mm cutter that I think is sharp enough. It is leaving a bit of a burr, but it's the only one I got in 2 flute. That's any half any good. Obviously I touched off and I offset enough so I've got half a mil to come this way to clean up the edge, like right on centre line. Yeah, I just got to keep gnawing away till I get 12mm deep. Rightio, so I need to take another 0.5 off this face here and go down another 0.26 off the bottom, then open it up to 12mm. Okay, I end up turning the camera off because running into a bit of an issue. That was a cutter I was using. Now this cutter is obviously worn, so it's still good 10mm up the top, but it's narrower down the bottom of the flutes. And as I was getting close to dimension, I'd get the cutter to fit, get the tool to fit at the top but not down the bottom. So end up having to swap out cutters, went to a 4 flute, and then very gingerly just ran back up and down a couple of times, taking 0.05 out at a time, but end up getting it to fit nice. Might have a tiny bit of taper, but the depth's good, so I saved myself, I think. So anyway, it is what it is. The bottom of this slot isn't the prettiest, but you'll have to live with that. That's just the way it goes. Now I'm going to put the cutout on this side here. I'll just do it with this 4 flute. I know it's right. I shouldn't have hit that then, should I? What an idiot. I'll do it with this 4 flute. Going to get the needle file and deburr these edges, and I can flick it on its side then and drill the 3 set screws. I'm going to have to put this back in the lathe. I slipped with the file and put a little mark on the side there. You can hardly see it, but it's still annoying me. Been super careful and just slipped. I don't want to send it out with that little mark in it. That'll annoy the piss out of me. Okay, so what I've done here, I've scribed just a light line in this texture mark. And picked up on the center of the vise again for the first M6 hole. Get that one done, then I'll move up here 23mm and put the next one in. Just going to line it up on that scribe mark by eye. Should be good enough. A little bit agricultural, but it'll work. Tempted just to try without using a center drill. It's a new drill, so it should start straight. We'll give it a go. I'm going to tap them by hand, off camera. These inserts, I don't think they're much of a fan of these interrupted cuts, but we're going to find out, eh? You can see what it's done there though, can't you? You can see this mark here. It's not going to affect it, but anyway, it's not right, is it? As you see in the last clip, I wasn't very happy with the surface finish. I had a bit of a play around, a bit of a fiddle, and you can still see a little bit of a line there, but it's a lot better than what it was. So there's only one real thing left to do now is give it a whirl and see how it's going to perform. Okay, I'm going to swap it out and put my ER32 in, so it's exactly the same scenario as what, you know, if you got an ER32. Okay, I'll find a bit of material and we'll give it a whirl. Okay, here's a V-block that I picked up a long time ago. It's a homemade job, obviously. I don't even know where I got it from. Had it for years. I've got two of them, and they're good for in the bandsaw or whatever if you want to, you know, just a hacker. I just got some WD-40, I'm going to squirt on it. Just for a bit of lube, because I don't know what this aluminium is, whether it's gummy crap or what. To me that looks like a bit of cast aluminium, the way that's, looks like cast, someone's casted this and made these V-blocks. Definitely there's a lot of impurities in there, imperfections. Anyway, it's definitely smooth. Righto, so what you can see is an old stub axle, and just going to try and trim the top off and see what happens. Should work. Not much wrong with that finish. So that was 0.2 mil depth of cut at around, well, this is an Imperial machine, so 2 inches a minute that was feeding, which there's nothing really wrong with that finish, eh? I'll bump it back to 1 inch a minute and do a quick, just come in a little bit, see how it goes at another 0.2. And that was feeding at 1 inch a minute. Nothing wrong with that. So that's in the ER32 holder with a 20mm shank. Performs just as good as the as mine with an inch shank on it. So it's not going to affect the performance of it. That's good. Well, as you've seen then, that performed really good with the ER32 collet. There was no difference between that and using an ER40. And it's a good fit. It fits nice in a 20mm collet. This here is a piece of, I'd say it's just bloody home poured aluminium. There's plenty of impurities in it. But on that there, on that stub axle, feeding at 1 inch a minute was absolutely beautiful. Even 2 inches a minute was leaving a good finish. There's nothing wrong with that. In the end, that turned out really nice. So, hope you find the code word, and hope you liked the video. So now I've got to go and design a box for this now. Sit on the computer for a few hours with Fusion 360 and try and get my head around that. It's going to be an adventure. So hopefully I can come up with something. But if I can't, well, don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, don't forget to use the code word in your comment, and good luck. Thanks for watching.